You want respect, don't you? No, that's too soft. What you really crave is fear. Imagine walking into a room and feeling the air shift, their breath catching in their throats. No words, no smiles, just an oppressive silence that grips them. Let that quiet suffocate their confidence. Words are cheap. Actions speak louder. But silence? Silence is a scream, my friend. A scream that echoes in their minds long after you've left the room. People are predictable, weak, always talking, to convince themselves and others of their importance. It's laughable. The more they chatter, the more they reveal their desperation for approval. They don't realize it, but everyone else does. You will be different. You'll stand there saying nothing, your face a blank slate, empty and devoid of emotion. Let them fill in the gaps. You're here because you believe I can help you, right? You want me to tell you how to command respect, instill fear, and gain the power that makes others take you seriously. But here's the truth. You don't need more words or tricks to get inside their heads. The power you seek is already within you. You've been misled your entire life, told that talking, explaining, and asking for respect are the keys to success. But how's that been working for you? You've been playing their game. And where has it gotten you? Nowhere. Because words are for the weak and desperate, and you don't need their approval. What you truly need is silence. Cold, unforgiving silence. Have you ever sat in a room where no one spoke but the tension was palpable? That's the kind of power you want to create. It's not about what you say or do, it's about your mere presence. When you walk in, the atmosphere thickens, the chatter fades, and they wonder what you're thinking, what you're planning. And you won't say a word. Let's be clear. People don't care about you. Not really. They'll smile, shake your hand, pretend you matter, but the moment you turn away, you vanish from their minds. That's where your power lies. When you stop needing their approval and stop caring about their opinions, you become something they fear, something they can't control. You've been following their rules, trying to fit into a system that was never meant for you. You've been sticking to the script, thinking that if you play nice and do everything right, you'll get what you deserve. But the world doesn't care about what you deserve. It only cares about who's willing to take what they want without permission. That's where silence comes into play. When you stop talking, explaining, and reacting to every little thing they do, you'll realize they are terrified of silence. The less you give them, the more they will fear you. Think about it. How often have you regretted speaking up? How many times have you tried to justify your actions only to find it changed nothing? Every word you utter is just another chance for them to twist your meaning and use your voice against you. But if you remain silent, if you let the quiet do the talking, you strip them of their power. You leave them with nothing. You might be wondering, if I don't speak up, how will they know who I am? How will they respect me? That's the trap they want you to fall into. They want you to believe you need to shout to be heard, that you must fight for their attention. But the truth is, the quieter you are, the louder your presence becomes. Have you ever seen someone enter a room and instantly command attention without uttering a word? That's not luck. That's control. It's about how they carry themselves, how they look at everyone around them as if they're in charge. Silence isn't merely about being quiet. It's about what that silence signifies. When you stay silent, you're telling the world you don't need to explain yourself, that their opinions and judgments are irrelevant, and that terrifies them. They need you to care, to engage, to validate their existence. But when you refuse to play their game, when you stand there, emotionless and expressionless, they begin to question everything. That's when you've truly won. Most people are weak, insecure, and scared, constantly seeking approval from others. They talk because they fear silence. They react because they can't handle stillness. But you will be different. You won't need to speak to make a statement. You'll be the one who stands firm in the storm, unflinching. Let them chatter. Let them provoke you. You won't give them the satisfaction. You'll remain calm, collected, quiet, and they will despise you for it. They won't be able to control you, predict you, or invade your mind, and that's exactly what you want. Silence is more than just the absence of sound. It's a weapon, a powerful one. When you learn to wield it, there's nothing they can do to stop you. They will fear your presence, not because of your words or actions, but because of your silence. They will be terrified of the unknown, of what's going on inside your head, and the longer you remain quiet, the more they unravel, exposing their own weaknesses. That's when you strike, not with words or actions, but with your very presence. You will become someone who doesn't need to raise a fist or shout to be heard. You'll walk into a room, and everyone will feel you before they even see you. And when you leave, they'll still be talking about you, not for what you said, but for what you didn't say. This isn't easy. It takes discipline and strength. You'll want to react, to defend yourself, but you must resist that urge. You need to be stronger than them and stronger than your own emotions. Stay calm, stay still, stay silent. Every time you do, you're building power. Every time you refuse to engage, you weaken them. The more they push, the more desperate they become. They'll try everything to provoke you. Insults, threats, even violence. But you're untouchable. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. Your silence is all the proof they need. Eventually, they will break under the weight of their insecurities, and that's when you've truly won. Not by fighting back, but by maintaining your silence and control. Don't mistake silence for weakness. Many people get it wrong, thinking that if you're not shouting or arguing, you're losing. But silence is not surrender. It's strategy. It's letting the noise of the world pass you by while you remain unshaken, like a mountain in a storm. You're not backing down. You're choosing a weapon more dangerous than fists or words. Silence cuts deeper than any insult ever could. It lingers. And that's where your power lies. When you make them question themselves, when you make them feel small in the face of your quiet resolve, they will never understand until it's too late. Silence breeds fear because people fear what they cannot predict or control. When you stop reacting, when you stop feeding into their games, they will lose control. They will panic, spiraling into their own insecurities and paranoia, asking themselves what you're thinking, what you're planning. The longer they don't know, the more it eats away at them. Silence is a mirror, forcing them to confront their fears and weaknesses. You don't have to say a word or raise a hand. Just stand there, still, quiet, and let them destroy themselves from the inside out. Let them unravel piece by piece. That's how you win. Not by fighting their battles, but by making them fight themselves. Trust me, that's a fight they will never win. In this world, the loudest person in the room isn't the strongest, the one who talks the most, brags the most, and makes the most noise is the weakest. They're trying to convince themselves and everyone around them that they matter. But the one who remains quiet, who doesn't feel the need to prove anything, that's the person who holds the real power. So stop talking, stop reacting, stop playing their game, stand still, be quiet, and let your silence speak for you. Let it become the thing they fear the most. When they finally realize they can't break you, can't control you, can't invade your mind, they will fear you without you uttering a single word.